Welcome back to Sifu. This is my third episode, and I'm still trying to figure out how the overall, like, sort of meta structure of the game works. I think I understand it now, but I'm going to test it out. So what we've seen so far in the previous episodes is I start at age 20 in the squats, and I'm bad at this game. And so by the time I got to the club, which is the next level, I was 47 years old. Each time you die, your age advances, and the more frequently you die in a row without accomplishing very much, the faster your age advances. And so I was, by age 47, I'm too close to death to make any headway whatsoever in the club. But so Feel Lonely in the chat has been giving me some advice and says that basically the abilities that you unlock over time are actually not that important. To your progress. What really matters is avoiding damage and avoiding building up those death markers that basically make your age advance really quickly. So no guarantees here. I am not likely to be much better at the game now than I was, an hour ago. But I've got a couple of advantages. So one of them is I've been playing the game a little bit longer. Hopefully I know a few more techniques that I can use to try to survive. I think that I'm probably 5% better at the game now than I was an hour ago. But I've also got keys. You'll notice that underneath the phrase, the squats, I've got keys. And those keys, I think, allow me to bypass parts of the level. So regardless of whether or not I'm any better at the game, I should, on my second playthrough of the squats, be able to get a little bit further into it. More quickly without losing as much life. I don't know if that's true. I could end up actually doing even worse than last time, but we'll just have to see. That's what this episode's going to be about, seeing if I can actually do better this time. So let's get started. So I remember there was a glass door that I could get through with a key. That was a little further on.
They've blocked the entrance to the warehouse. Need to find another way inside.
Get lost. Nothing here for you.
Man, I always have this habit of just hitting somebody a million more times after I put them on the ground, which just is not how this game works. Your normal strikes don't do anything to somebody who's on the ground. Well, so far so good, but I think I did that well last time, so. Nope, that's not the A button. All right. So I come through here. And yeah, so originally I did not have a key to this door. Now, one of the keys I picked up might be to this door. Let's try it out. Yes. Okay, so I just skipped all the fights in that little spot. Now, originally, I don't think I had actually lost any life at this point. So I don't know. All I might have done is just save time, not resources. Oh, I was a little slower than him. And as a result, I took a big hit to my health. So hopefully somebody here is takedownable. I didn't even understand the health system when I first started. Okay, so that move loses me my weapon. Shoot, this guy's tough. Am I seriously going to do worse? I think I might do worse at my second playthrough than I did in my original one. That's exciting. Okay, oh, look, some kind of upgrade. Okay, yeah, health gained on takedowns. That seems really valuable. I honestly don't know if I even played through this sequence before. This might just be sort of a bridge sequence.
Only a fool.
Okay, so my health is at maximum now. Is it because I grabbed that green statue? Because I know it was really low at the end of the last fight. Oh, wow, I'm right in the warehouse. No, that was quick.
Hey, this is private property. Yeah, something, asshole.
Not so tough after all.
Oh, crap. shoot. Okay. This is where I start... No, I think I started losing life a little bit earlier in this level. Originally. So I'm still doing a little bit better than I did before. But... I mean, it really depends a lot on how this fight goes.
Drop your weapon.
Oh, wait, come on. I was trying to finish that guy. Okay, well, I'm taking a lot of guys down, but I'm not getting actual finishers out of them.
Holy shit!
Nerves get the better of you.
Be careful. She's got a weapon. Whoa!
Oh, shoot. I was trying hard to avoid that guy's attacks. Okay, yeah. Not a lot of evidence that I'm doing better right now.
Don't you ever fucking die.
Shit, she's armed.
Of course, this guy had to be on fire. Dang. Yeah, I am feeling like this is going more poorly for me than it did last time. But maybe it's just my memory.
She has a weapon.
Shoot, really? Was I that low on health? I didn't even catch that.
What the? Again?
Yeah, it'd been nice to have gotten one of those takedowns before I was out of health. So the problem is, I think sometimes I can't really easily tell the difference between a successful parry and just sort of a half-successful parry. Like, I keep thinking I'm defending myself well enough, but I'm actually losing a bunch, like right there. I just lost a bunch of health from that. But I don't actually know how different that was. Like, from the times when I do succeed. Like, I'm really not sure. Okay, well, we can go through here.
Boss said nobody gets through. George stays alone.
He's expecting me.
I don't think so. Only the long-haired guy visits him.
Okay.
Back the fuck up.
Well, that was nice. That went much better. That went much better than last time. Okay. I feel like I might be getting close to the boss. I don't remember exactly. Okay, Demonic Robot points out that if I do a perfect parry, it actually stops their attack chain. They will stop attacking me. So anytime they keep attacking me, that was because I didn't do a perfect parry. That makes sense. That makes sense. It's just because I do kind of... There's a slightly less perfect parry that can... It seems like it sort of blocks their attack. Wait a minute. I went in there last time. Did I need to? I don't remember what was in there. Probably a fight. So let's not do the fight. That room might have had a fight in it that maybe got me a key or something, but I think I don't need it the second time through. Okay, so the number of death markers on me is pretty high. Can I skip this? I can. So the mistake that I keep making all the time is I will parry somebody and anticipate that the parry will be a perfect parry. And I'll start attacking them immediately, but they're still attacking me. And so what I need to be doing is defending myself. Is continuing to defend myself. Like right there. I defended myself against the first hit and didn't anticipate the second hit. And so he just got to nail me with that second hit. This is not actually going to go well. I need to get much better at this to make this work. Oh, okay. Yeah, how do I get up? Okay, here we go. Is there a weapon? So somebody was recommending before that there might be weapons on the ground. What? Alright. So he can sweep me and I can't sweep him, which is annoying. Come here. Oh, yikes, okay. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he's about to take me down again. There we go. All right, I don't know. I don't have a lot of margin for error here. We just got into my 30s now. My health is lower. My damage is higher, though? He keeps, like, the moment I start attacking him, he'll hit me with this sweep. Okay, so that was an actual successful parry, which was nice. By the way, I love their use of, like, cross-cutting between the characters to completely change the location. Like, they had a cutscene planned out where I hit a certain obstacle. They used camera cuts to hide that, to hide the fact they were just moving me to an arbitrary place to make the cutscene work. Okay, so Feel Lonely is saying that this is actually where there is a weapon on the ground that I can get. We have to hunt for it. Oh, wait. Oh, gosh. Okay, that was... I see something on the ground in the background here. Okay, well, I was so focused on the weapon. What the? I actually let myself take a bunch of damage. And unfortunately, in boss battles, there aren't a bunch of mooks you can use to get health back from. Okay. If I do better this time than last time, it's not going to be by much. Okay. There is another... I feel like I saw another bamboo pole around here someplace. Yeah, so I keep... Whenever I see a bamboo pole on the ground, I get distracted by it. I'm trying to get up. I don't know how. It never taught me how to get up. Dang it! Oh, I got so close. That was very frustrating. Because I was watching myself get really focused on the weapon on the ground, not defending myself against him. And for some reason, despite noticing that I was doing that, I couldn't stop myself from it. I was so close to taking him down, but I still had to lose 3 more years because I was inattentive. That's rough. That's rough. But we have accomplished what we tried to accomplish here, which is getting through the squats with less years so I can see the effect on the club. So let's see now. Let's go in here and see if I can now play the club in my 30s instead of my 40s. Yes. Okay, so now it would have been nice if it had been 35, which it would have been if I hadn't made that last mistake. But so now it's 38. So I'm like 9 years younger. But here's the question. Am I... That number of death markers, is that reset back down to 1? Or is that still up at 3? Do I have to get through several fights without losing, without dying, in order to start making those back? I guess we'll find out. I'm probably not going to get much further in this level than I got last time.
If you're not on the list, you're not getting inside.
We'll see how it goes.
Private party. Back off now.
Nope. Well, look, I didn't just swing above his head that time, which was nice. Yep, my health is already low. Whatever, we'll deal with it.
Yeah? What do you want? Nerves get the better of you?
Mine.
I pity you.
Wow! So the problem is, like, I keep feeling like I'm hitting LB at the same time that these strikes are coming in. Like, okay, so that was, I clearly hit it early that time. I didn't have the timing down. But, like, there have been plenty of times where I felt like I've been hitting guys. I am definitely going to hit you. Where it does feel like I'm hitting... Wait a minute. Can't I go through here? Was that not the way through? Maybe that was not the way through. Or maybe that's something that opens up later. I don't know. Anyway. This is the way to go. But yeah, it's like... I can't tell if I'm hitting it too early, if I'm hitting it too late. Like, it's hard for me to tell what exactly I'm doing wrong. And I don't know if, like, perfect parries can only happen to the first attack. Like, once somebody starts hitting you multiple times, can you not do perfect parries on those subsequent hits? Or are you just sort of off rhythm at that point anyway? And it's just hard to get perfect parries with those later hits. Because I feel like I never get them with the later hits. But maybe that's just a weird perception on my part. I really can't keep up. Like, they are correct about this. Yeah. So this isn't going to go any better than it has in the past. But if I keep practicing, that's the thing. Like, the Wuguam has got, like... Ooh, okay. That was a decent parry. That was not. Like, it's got a place where I can train. Like, I don't necessarily... Like, I could... It feels like I could get a lot better at timing these parries. Okay, so I'm actually right now at about the point I usually am when I begin. Yeah, so I'm trying to parry this guy. It's not working. Yeah, see, I was hitting the button every time, trying to... And now I'm going to be 53. It's ridiculous. And this is the reason why I consider this type of game to not be, like, really aimed at me as a player, because I tend to be a much sloppier fighting game player. Like, I need a game that sort of caters to the fact that I kind of button mash and I'm not very strategic. And also just that I'm not very precise. Like, I tend to, like, hit buttons early or, you know, like, anticipate things faster than I should. I'm not very patient. And I think a lot of this stuff is stuff that I'm never going to get much better at. Like, you know, I can get better at mastering the controls of a specific game, but ultimately I'm never going to be, like, a completely different type of player than this. And so, so a game like Sifu, while it's valuable for me to, like, learn about it, like, I don't think it's likely that I'm ever going to get good enough at this game to really have the entire experience. Which is, you know, too bad for me, I guess. So that was me attempting to do like a power move on that guy, and I was slightly out of range, and then when I moved forward and tried again, he preempted me with a faster attack. And that kind of stuff is just keeps happening to me. Okay, so I apparently could not target that guy. Hey! Shoot! Yeah, I'm just... Wait, what? Wait, what was that? It just offered me a skill? What was... Is there a whole... Wait, hold on. Is there a whole skill unlocking system I don't know anything about? So my health gain on takedowns is there. Learn skills through death or shrines. Wait a minute, through death? Have I been able to get skills this whole time when I died? Again, that was me like feeling like I was parrying that guy successfully. And so I stopped defending myself against him, and then he totally was still attacking me. So I don't know like where I get this instinct that tells me that it's time for me to start attacking. It could just be that I'm just a really aggressive player. And I just keep thinking the thing to do is to attack, even when that's not true. Okay, I managed to survive this battle, but I mean, I'm about to die. I'm not getting through this. Okay, yeah, so Demonic Robot confirms that when you die and your age advances, you can spend XP to get skills. That's a whole feature I didn't even know existed. And now, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get to see me use it because I'm going to die. I mean, I'm on my last death now. Oh, that was just a random bystander. Whoops, sorry. All right, these people. Wait, is there a bottle I can still grab? Whatever. This is gonna kill me. There's a big fat guy at the end. Wait, what? There we go. 72. Okay, so learning about the skill system, though, does give me a little bit of hope, because even though I got only marginally further in the game, I mean, clearly the problem isn't just the progress I made in the previous level. Clearly the problem is I'm not very good at avoiding damage in this game, and so my health just gets whittled down faster and faster, and, you know, as I get into harder and harder fights, I just build up these accumulated deaths that just make the game end for me really, really fast. So if I want to continue progressing this game, I have to get great at defending myself against incoming attacks. And I am not great at that. So Dying Light 2 has actually been really nice for me because they have the same kind of system. It's first person, but it's the same basic rules where somebody's coming and attacking you, you have to try to get a perfect parry on them, and then that opens up your ability to do stuff to them in return. And so there's this, it kind of can tilt really, like can swing really widely. Because then if you're doing that, then you have this massive damage advantage against the enemy. But if you're failing to do that, you lose that advantage and they can whittle you down. And so this game feels like it's got that, but it requires a lot more precision. In Dying Light 2, the window for me being able to execute a perfect parry and make a bunch of stuff happen is very, very broad. But in Sifu, it's really, really narrow, and I have to be incredibly good at it. And I have to, and unfortunately, there's just a lot of like friction in the way of like somebody like me getting good at this particular thing, because it's like with different attack animations all kind of having different rhythms to them, it's easy to feel like I'm doing it right in the moment and then have it actually be off because the animation just took longer than I expected it to. And it's just, there's even like, when you play like, say, harmonics games, they have tools to let you sort of configure sort of the delay between what you're seeing and what you're and what you're able to interact with, so that you can get the rhythm perfect. And some of that is to compensate for like delays in in a video signal getting to a monitor, for instance. But that's not the only thing it compensates for. I think it also compensates for like your mental presets. So, like, when you feel like something being simultaneous is a largely like it's a perception issue. It's like when I send a message, down my nerves to my finger to do something versus when my eyes see something, feeling like I did something at the same time as I saw it, that's a subjective thing in my brain. It's not really something that necessarily lines up with reality. And having the ability to tune that is nice in harmonics games, because if I'm a little bit off, if my brain is a little bit off, we can compensate for it. For a game like this, I don't think they usually offer that kind of thing. And so I'm gonna. It could just be that I'm gonna be off a little bit all the time, and it is gonna be very difficult for me to figure out what I can do about it. So I have made progress in the game now, and that's nice to see. Let me go quickly. I want to look at the training sequence again and just see the training tool, and just see what my options are for learning how to be better. Okay, so Demonic Robot says parrying isn't as important as avoiding. Okay, that's a really important thing for me to consider, Demonic Robots, because I've been assuming that my only option is LB to deflect. So I'm trying to hit LB. Yeah, he's doing a bunch of damage. Now, I'm assuming these... Okay, so when I see these... The glint seems like that's what's saying I succeeded at parrying. Okay, so that was failures. That was 2 failures. Okay, that was a failure followed by a success. Okay, yeah, so I'm parrying too early in a lot of these cases. It's really hard to read these animations and figure out how fast... Like that, I went way early on that first one. Yeah, so Demonic Robots, I don't know how to avoid. So, okay, now I'm just holding the parry button. Okay, if I'm holding the parry button, apparently I can dodge. I remember learning this in the tutorial now, but it was only like in a very specific circumstance that made me feel like I only needed to use this ability against like throwing attacks and stuff, like the big fat guys who throw you around. But it looks like if I hold the parry button, down, then I can use the left stick to dodge his attacks. Oh, which seems like it's more effective. Like, it doesn't seem like it requires quite as much precision. But if he uses his knees will overcome my... Okay, yeah, so if I pull down on the D-pad to avoid his high attacks, that works. But then if he attacks me low, I have to go up to avoid it. And that just seems like something I would just have to learn his patterns, which, you encounter so many different enemies. That seems hard. unless they're always going to like make their legs glow when they're going to attack me with their legs. Like I could see that being the reason why they would make the legs glow. Say like most of the attacks are going to be high attacks, but if you see a leg start glowing, go up instead of down. Okay. So yeah, Demonic Robot says, yes, this ability is insanely important and they barely focus on it. So yeah, when I went through it in the tutorial, it just seemed like, oh, this is a special weird case. When you see a guy like this is how you avoid their attacks. And I registered it briefly, but just it didn't strike me as something that was going to become foundational to my ability to succeed at this game. But now that Demonic Robots is telling me that, I actually have a little bit more hope now that maybe if I can put that to good use, that might be the thing that makes me better enough at the game that I could actually start making some real progress towards the club. But I'm not going to do that right this second, because I've been playing Sifu for a long time, and there's other games that I want to get to. So thank you so much, Demonic Robots and Feel Lonely and everybody else who's experienced with this game, who's been able to give me input to sort of help me figure out what I'm missing, because playing this on my own, I think I would have a lot of trouble trying to figure out what was expected of me. So I really like Sifu, even though I think that long term, the same way that, like, say, you know, the Forza games, I know I'm never going to be great at them because I'm not good at simulation racing. I'm much more of a Burnout type player. And similarly, like, I'm never going to be great at, say, you know, Halo multiplayer because I'm more geared towards Call of Duty in my head. I think that with Sifu, I'm much more geared towards games like, say, God of War, which are deliberately like they're challenging, but they're deliberately geared towards supporting button mashy type players like me. I think I'm going to be much more likely to succeed at a game like that than at Sifu. So I think this is going to be one of those games where I appreciate what it's great at. Particularly, quick callback, their camera work is amazing. You know, I have a lot of respect for the game. I don't know if long term this game is geared to be the kind of game that I can succeed at, but I think I might try again anyway. Oh, hey, Demonic Robots, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. So yeah, for those of you who have joined me, you know, because you're just watching Sifu on Twitch and not because you know anything about me, I'm a game developer, and the reason I do these is because doing these streams is so that I can play a lot of different games and get input from people who understand those games, and sort of build up my repertoire of, you know, of understanding of what's possible in the industry and what people are doing with game design. So yeah, so I really appreciate all of you who've been giving me advice in here and helping me understand this game. I really appreciate it. That's the main thing I'm here to sort of get out of this experience is that. So yeah, I really appreciate it. Yeah, Demonic Robot says he's been watching me for a while. I thought that it finally subscribed. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Anyway, there's a subscribe button for people who want to subscribe to my channel. I'll put some links to other games over here, so you can click on those if you want to. And if you're watching me live, I'm not going to stop streaming right now. We're just going to go find something else to play.